Here's a little behind the scenes of everything that I made on day 2. I got an early start on breakfast. I peeled and then diced my potatoes and then got those into my cast iron pan with a little bit of oil and seasonings. I'll just toss everything together and then get these into a 400-degree oven. This makes the perfect breakfast potatoes if you leave them by themselves, but I was doing breakfast tacos, so once they come out of the oven, I'll scramble in some eggs. Since those take the longest, I got those in the oven before I started on my flour tortillas. I do this just about every time. I still have not learned my lesson yet. To get the perfect room temperature butter, it comes straight out of the fridge into a microwave for 10 seconds, then I flip it over for another 10 seconds, and it is perfectly soft. I never did end up finding any measuring spoons, so I just eyeballed my salt and baking powder to go into my tortillas. Then I almost forgot that I needed to get my bacon in the oven. I definitely prefer baked bacon over frying it on the stove. You don't have to mess with it. You just stick it in the oven, maybe turn the pan, and then it's crispy every time, and you don't have to get popped with hot grease. For the potatoes, I'll stir them once, maybe twice, but for the most part, I just let them cook themselves. I portioned out each of my tortillas, and then for my breakfast sausage, I press it out flat into my pan so that it gets a really nice sear, and then I'll break it up so that it doesn't get soggy. I scrambled eggs into both the breakfast sausage and the potatoes, and then everything kind of started happening at once and I forgot to record, but I served breakfast. For lunch, I was serving my Italian sandwiches, so I got started making that little salad coleslaw situation that I throw in there that makes them super yummy. And that's about all I got recorded on lunch because I started chit-chatting with everyone. It doesn't get shown, but of course between each meal, the kitchen gets cleaned and reset. Then I'll take maybe an hour break between lunch and my appetizer. And for my appetizer, I was doing goat cheese stuffed bacon wrap dates. However, I do prefer them wrapped in prosciutto. I forgot several things on this hunting trip, one of which was my apron, kind of important. Normally I have 2 or 3 in my car, but I cleaned out my car, so I had none. Luckily, I was able to find this one at an H-E-B Plus on my way through town, or out of town, I should say. It was a 5-hour drive. For dinner, I was serving my Asian pot roast over some steamed rice and a cucumber salad. I have posted this recipe a few videos back. I just get all of my vegetables, sauces, and liquids into a separate bowl, and I'll use that to braise the beef. Once that came together, I got my dates into the oven, and then I got started salting and searing my chuck roast. This may look like a lot of salt, and that's because it is. It's a lot of meat. There's a lot of liquid, so you need more than you think. To sear off the beef, I use my Lola oil. This was sent to me, but I've been reaching for it ever since. I truly love it. While all that was happening, I'm checking all my dates. They weren't quite ready yet. I do just have these going at 350. This is the sear I'm looking for, and once it looks like this on both sides, I just set it aside as I work through the rest of it. As I'm doing this voiceover, I'm finally moved into my house and back from a trip, so I'm fixing to make a quick trip to H-E-B to stock up my refrigerator, and I'll finally get some more home cooking videos out for you guys. I had people freak out on me last time, but yes, you can totally just cut the entire head of garlic in half and roast that in your oven. You'll just want to remove it before serving. The dates got topped with some hot honey and fresh thyme, and then a few hours later, I served dinner.